Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Hope everyone is doing awesome. Today here in Central Alabama, it is a rainy Monday morning. Been driving now for 2-3 hours. A little bit on the slower side, but it's all good. Monday mornings usually are a little bit on the slower side. Again, as always, wanted to really thank y'all and say I really appreciate all the support, all the love, all the likes, the comments, the subscriptions. Please keep it going, and again, I appreciate it. So today I kind of wanted to, everybody's been messaging me and asking to talk about some rideshare stories, so here we go. So I've been doing this now almost 5 years, and year and a half into it, I was just driving around. I didn't have any passengers, or I wasn't even online, but I ended up getting rear-ended. And keep in mind, I had only had my car like 6-7 months. It probably had less than 20,000 miles on it. I got rear-ended, and the girl that hit me, she was in an SUV and didn't even touch the brakes, slammed into me going 40, and I was at a dead stop in a residential area. So she almost totals my car. I ended up actually getting pretty hurt. I broke 2 ribs, cracked 1 rib, broke my wrist that I had to have surgery on later because they could never get it to heal right. And it took forever for everything to go through insurance and for everything to get settled. And the thing is that they almost ended up totaling my car because it was right there at that borderline, at that line, and I had over, I think it was like $13,000, almost $14,000 in damages. I mean, she hit it pretty good where she actually cracked the back glass on my passenger door. So imagine if you're sitting still and a SUV slams into you going 40. And I saw her coming. That's how I ended up breaking my wrist, because I saw her coming and I ended up bracing for it, which I know it's like the worst thing you can do, just kind of let the safety of the vehicle protect you and everything. But it was bad. And afterwards, after I healed, I spent, I think, 3 days in the hospital because they were having some issues getting my blood pressure under control, because I was hurting so bad that it was. They say paper cut is the worst pain in the world. Nah, try breaking 3 ribs. That stuff is no joke. You move your foot, you feel it in your rib cage. And coughing, oh my God, that was one of the worst pains that I have had with a broken bone. You can't lay down to sleep. When you break an arm, when you break a leg, had it done multiple times, you can eventually get comfortable. I can't sleep on my back, so ended up having to sleep almost at beginning, almost sitting up. Then as it kind of started healing, had to lay back down, and it was miserable. Having broken ribs really does suck. Yeah, and it wasn't a fun time. And one of the scariest things afterwards, when I started driving again, it was anybody that was coming up on me, if I was at a traffic light or stopping, slowing down, and if I saw anybody that was speeding behind me, and I knew they were going to stop, but for the first couple of weeks, it really scared me to see somebody coming up in your rear view mirror. I'm like, oh God, here we go again. But thank God that was the only incident during the whole rideshare thing, and I'm just grateful that I didn't have a passenger and that nobody else was too badly hurt other than me and my car. But it's all good, I guess. My car could be repaired, but it scared the heck out of me. That was one of the worst accidents I have ever been in. But yeah, I kind of wanted to share that story and start talking a little bit more about my job and everything. Like I said, I've been doing it for a little bit over 5 years, or almost 5 years now, and I have, I think, combined with the 2 platforms, over 17,000 rides. Still have that 5.0 rating, so I don't know, I click with everybody. I can talk to everybody about anything, and I guess people like me. That's why I got it still at 5.0. And yeah, it's definitely a fun job. You get to meet a lot of people. You get to experience a lot of people's, what you might have a problem, but there's always somebody that has it much worse than you. And it's so funny during this job. It's one of those things that people tell you don't ever judge a book by its covers, and it's so true. There's been so many situations where I'm like, oh god, this is going to be a nightmare of a ride, and sometimes usually it turns out to be the most pleasant, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a cool ride, person seems chill, and sometimes those are the worst rides. So yeah, like I said, it's a pretty cool job, and I really do enjoy it. I always say, no matter what happens, at the end of the day, all of my passengers, and I mean all of them, bring me joy. Some bring me joy when they come into my car, some bring me joy when they leave my car, but at the end of the day, they all bring me joy one way or another. But yeah, again, just a little video wanted to post today, and again, I appreciate all the love and support, and I'm sorry that these videos are super unedited. I'm still kind of learning the program and the process, so it's going to take me a little time to figure everything out, but I'm trying to do my best. Again, thank you guys. Hope y'all have an awesome week. I'll see you next time.